the rest of the flight. We're going to be closing the lavatories at this time, and they're going to remain closed until we've gotten to the gate. Lastly, we'll be coming through, completing our final safety checks, as well as collecting all remaining service items regardless of content. And with that, we shall be landing in Seattle soon.
Back to Tried Rod and Custom, guys. I'm Oliver, and we just landed in SeaTac. We're on our adventure to go get the truck back, and we will be checking out the hidden hoard one more time. As we made it into Pullman, just waiting on our ride now, and we will be headed to that vintage junkyard where we'll get to rescue our truck. And I hear there's some new arrivals, so we'll check out, I think, 2 or 3 new vehicles that have dropped in there, maybe get a closer look at some of the other ones. See you guys there. Well, we made it back. The truck is running. We are ready to roll. But I'm going to take you guys around and show you some of the new cars, and we'll take a closer look at some of the old ones. This Chrysler's a recent addition. Sad the rough life some of these things had. I believe this one's a parts car for the one he has over there. It'll be really cool when he gets around to building up. He wants to build a service station here. Use this old pump. It actually is hooked up to a tank in the ground. And he has plans to put it back into use. The last time I was here, he and I started talking about that that two-door 55 over there, what's left of it. That might be something that ends up coming to the channel. Might just work a little deal on it. It is missing the booty, but it's a two-door, and the price is right. Needs a little roof work. I do think if this ends up coming to the channel, we will probably be buying a titled four-door 55, something we can pick up cheap. I've seen a few under $1,000 in the last couple months, and we'll just body swap it. We'll set this two-door body on, we'll steal the roof, and we'll put the roof on, and then we'll just scare up some doors, or we'll take the four-door doors and make them longer. One of the two. But I've always wanted to build a Bob Falfa black with a white interior and no rear seat, just the tonneau cover with the white roll bar, skull hanging from the mirror, little American Graffiti clone. It's always been a desire of mine. But Scott has got some cool cars out here. I tell you what, if you guys see something you like, don't hesitate. My email's in the description of every video. Shoot me an email and I will work out some communication between you and Scott. And if you guys want to make an offer on something, make an offer. Camper's kind of cool. Always been a fan of the rounded aluminum campers, like the Airstreams and the other versions. I also like those Alaskan pop-up campers, the in-bed ones. Really cool. Here's another building I didn't even check out last time. This 38 Ford pickup was the property of a cemetery. Looks like after it was Harry K. Rubbin's company, number 6, as you can see right there. And she was customized for lowering caskets. Somebody built a custom frame for putting caskets in and lower them down into the grave. Wonder how many people this thing laid to rest. Look at the size of that winch. How much is the 38? Casket lowering truck. $1,200? Man. I'm trying to twist my arm into it. This would be cool for an old cemetery to pick up, restore it, and not necessarily use it, but
that's an old truck differential. It's been...
Oh yeah. Oh, I see it now. Converted into a winch. You don't want to get lowered off of that thing. Love to get one of these in a hardtop coupe. 61 Dodge Pioneer, is that right?
Yep.
They are so cool. A little ugly in a 4-door, but in a hardtop coupe, these things are gorgeous. I love that the rear view mirror's on the dash. Dodge fans. Scott's selling this bus. He's selling it whole, not for parts. He'd be just like Jason. I think this one's a little older. Was somebody's camper at one point. How much is the bus?
I'd have to go with the 41 Chevy.
How much are the pair of them? 41 Chevy would have the front end and everything you need?
Yeah, and the frame.
Okay, so
Probably
2,500 for the bus
with title.
and a title
Original title.
and the parts rig to complete it. All you gotta do is get some flat panel glass and some bus seats. That's pretty easy to make though. 30, what year is it?
46.
46 Chevy?
Yep.
Very cool. Hey guys, I want to take a quick second to tell you about today's video sponsor, Coast Portland. They make everything from magnetic lights, lighted safety glasses, headlamps, all rechargeable with focus and zoom. I don't know if you call it focus or zoom, but some have vocal technology, all kinds of really cool stuff. They make knives, tools, safety gear, and all kinds of cool lights. Check them out, coastportland.com. I have a 20% off discount code. That's almost a quarter off the price just for you guys. It's in the description, and I'm going to put it right here. Trad Rod and Custom at checkout. Go check them out. Save 20%. Don't buy anything if you don't want to, but I'm telling you, this stuff's really cool. Well worth the money. Use the discount code. It's almost Christmas time. And let's get back to the video. 1946 forklift. Out of Portland, Oregon. The Stuart Warner coffin needle gauges on it. How do you like that? That thing's cool. Get the stuck door unstuck. Now that you got some help here.
Sleigh.
Santa Claus's sleigh is hiding in here.
Yep.
All right, we're unsticking the 60 Dodge Pioneer's door, the hardtop coupe. Door's been stuck on him for a bit. Just needed two people. Push button ignition or push button transmission. Cool cars. This one got some mud on the floor. I need to get a snow shovel out here. 2700 64 Dodge 440.
That's the model, not the engine size.
What engine does it have? 64 coupe, hard top. How much did you say?
2700.
2700. Is that a poly?
Yeah, probably a 318. I'm not sure.
318 or a 361, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I forget where the
Two barrel
margins are on
intake.
this.
I'd say it's a 361 because it doesn't look like a 318 to me. Oh! Trying to kill the cat. Give you a heart attack. It's pretty clean down here though. There goes the cat.
It's hurt too bad.
You've been making porch progress, huh? 46 46 Dodge for sale with the driver's door in it. How much? $1,200. Man, that thing would be a cool wrecker, or even a rollback. You put a rollback on that thing. Stick a 4BT or 6BT Cummins in it. Put a rollback on it. Haul your cars. That'd be killer. 42 wrecker. 42 Dodge. That one's kind of stout looking. That one's a little scary. The Ford. Looks like they overdid it once and bet that boom. But this one's got some beef too. They got railroad track beefing it up. Oh yeah?
And built retaining walls.
Huh.
And every once in a while it do one of these.
This is a 40 even.
Ford.
40 Ford pickup. This one for sale?
Possibly.
This one's a little ways off. This one needs to be for
I
sale.
don't know how much, but I'd have to. If I heard the right number, I'd know.
Alright, so make an offer. Make a good offer though, don't piss them off. Somebody's signage on the side there from 1959, 55, something like that. Oh, look at that fan. I got one of those fans. The blades fell off of mine.
5 or 6 GMC.
35, 6 GMC. That's why it's missing everything, because the wood rotted away.
So I'm taking off.
It's not a 36, because I got a 37, which looks a lot like a 36 at home, and the hood's not like that, unless that's the wrong hood. Okay.
I just put it over the end.
Yeah, pieces of the cab sitting there.
It can't be 38.
This is another 42, right?
Yeah, 42 sedan with the title.
42 sedan with the title. Parts car for the coupe. Maybe.
800.
$800. That makes it a parts car for the coupe. Cool. Real cool. I couldn't believe the prices some of my friends were saying on the T-Roadster that you put up. $1,000. I was like, that seems really cheap with the trunk lid and everything.
Maybe without a trunk lid. I'll tell you that without the trunk lid.
What's this, 55?
Yeah.
55 olds. Got the nice rear end. Got the nice motor too. J2's in 55 or 56? 57. Still got a nice motor. I love a rocket. 42 Ford, World War II produced short door coupe. Also for sale. Interchanges a lot of the parts with a 46 through 8 Ford. Grill's different, and I believe the trim is 46 only is the symbol. Pretty rare. Oh, and a pair of doors. What do you want out of this? $1,000 with fresh doors. That's cool. Not a lot of cars made during World War II. 37 Ford school bus back there in the corner. That one for sale?
Could be.
How much? What's the twist your arm price on the 37 Ford school bus? $1,500. Oh, that's a deal. That is a deal. Somebody's got to come all the way out here and get it. You got some cool dune buggies out here too. $300. How about the other one? No. This one's not nice. The other one. The other one's cool. You got a front end for this one?
Nope. I got fenders. It does have a chassis.
Front fenders, no hood, no grill. 37 Ford school bus with the school book racks up high. Very cool. Very, very cool. We got what, a 36? 36 Dodge pickup. A 36. Well, guys, we made it back. Was a heck of an ordeal. It was a heck of a drive. It was pouring rain. The windshield wipers on the truck don't work real well. They're all old and worn out, smear water. I was blowing fuses all the way home on the whole drive, and my running lights were cutting out, driving in the dark. It was a heck of a night. I was out there taping up wires and replacing fuses in the rain, trying to make it, but we made it. I wanted to show you guys a couple things we picked up while we were up there. This is one. Now this is a 33 Dodge pickup roof. I'll show you guys, but my 33 coupe has a whole bunch of rot, has a whole bunch of cancer in it up underneath here. So this should give me the pieces I need to fix that, as well as some sheet metal bits I can use for patches to fix some of the old back in the day chop work that they did, which was just a little bit of a hammer it in and braze it really hard and kind of ugly work. But I'll show you guys that right now, and then I'll show you what else we got. As you can see, the pickup roof's not exactly the same as the coupe, but I have this horrible cancer through here. This thing's just rotted out all up in here, all through here. Really hard to get those bits that you need, but I have it all right here. This pickup roof has everything that I'm missing. I can even splice the drip rail in, cut it off, put it to here, and then try to duplicate it on back. And I think it ends right about here. But as you can see, they just caved and paved. This is all braze work here, because they dropped it and they didn't lean the windshield post, so they had to stretch it. So they added bits of metal, and they did a really bad job. So what I'm thinking I can do, in addition to getting these bits I need, is I'm going to cut some of this sheet metal out, which is in really good shape. It's in really good shape. Now I know the height of the roof isn't exactly the same. They did some different stuff with pickups. You can tell this one's a little shorter than this one. Highly technical. If I cut along here, this bit should be the same as this bit, and it'll just give me pieces. I don't need to cut this out, but it'll give me pieces to cut this out and just replace. It has a roof insert, which, although the shape is not the same as the car, the height and the way it works, the angles are the same. So when I cut this out, I can just do the same thing here. I can cut it out and reuse those bits. So really, this pickup roof should have everything we need to put this roof right and get this car kind of back on track a little bit. This is how they chopped cars back in the day. They butchered them. They butchered them and threw filler in, either lead or plastic over the top, and it's something. But this thing has everything I need to finish this thing. If you look up in here, you can see that the inner structure is really nice also, where mine is a bit crusty. Now, we may try to cut that inner structure out and reuse it. I think I probably will. But I need to be careful and measure really carefully, because if you look closely, the height of this roof and the height of this roof are slightly different. This angle right here, you can tell how it's a little bit steeper than this one. It's got a little more slope to it. They're just a little taller in the roof. So using a pickup top to fix a coupe top, very doable, but you just got to be careful and measure. One thing I'm considering, just because I kind of like it, we'll see if I really do it or not, but I'm considering taking this little bead off and putting that bead on the car. I may not. It's kind of sleek without it. We'll see. I'm undecided. This car had dual wipers too, you can tell. They filled this one. That one rotted out. Would have originally had a hole just like that without this bead. Very cool. Very handy part. I really appreciate Scott helping me with that. That is between the cowl I got from Dave. I got that cowl from Dave over in Madras. That cowl fixed a lot of my issues. Now, when I bought this car, I was told this car is beyond saving. This parts car, or maybe you could tack it into a rat rod. Just too rotten, too rough. Between the cowl I got from Dave and this pickup roof I just got from Scott, I can put this car back right. And I only paid $900 for the car, so I'm really not out a whole lot there, you know. That's pretty cheap for a 33 Dodge, even one with some rust. So cool stuff. I'm really excited to get going on some metal work on this car. Once we get the Roadster running, I think the next order of business, I mean running like roadworthy, I think the next order of business is to pull this thing over there and I'm not going to build the whole car right away, but I'm going to get the metal work done. I'm going to get the roof stuff fixed. I'm going to get the rocker stuff fixed. I'm going to get floors in it. I'm going to get the stance right. And I'm just going to get the thing to where it's in primer, metal work's done. Everything's just kind of together. And then it'll get set aside, because the next build that I really want to finish is this Model A Roadster. The other thing we picked up this, it's a 272 Y block. Now this Y block, Scott said he thought it came out of a pickup, but it has a front sump oil pan, and I believe pickups only had rear sump oil pans, which is, you know, it's one of the desirable things you look for, is that rear sump oil pan, because then you can stick your Y block in a hot rod, an early Ford. Has a Kmart oil filter, which is kind of cool. Has the dual exhaust, mostly only for police interceptor, I think, but maybe a few passenger cars. The dual exhaust cast manifolds. It has a 4-barrel intake, which was also used on police interceptors. And if you look real close, it has a Mallory distributor. I'm going to look into replacement condenser points and cap for that Mallory distributor, and we'll see. Maybe we'll end up putting that on Dad's car on the shoebox. Also, another big win of the trip. Another big score. Picked up a it's a little rough, but very fixable. Got a 33 Dodge radiator shell. Now between this one, which has the crank hole, which none of my other ones do, between this one and the other two I have, and my insert, we should be all set for the 33 Dodge to have a nice looking grill shell on it. Also picked up a Model A seat frame. And on the first round when we came back, I also I got a brake shoe riveter, a big cast brake shoe riveter, and a few other things. Got a few other parts. It was a rough trip. Scott made it a lot better, helped with things quite a bit, and we made it. I don't know that I'll be doing that trip again anytime soon. If you guys see anything in that field of dreams out there that you can't live without, my email's in the description. Don't forget to go check out coastportland.com. They that 20% discount code, almost quarter off the price. It's a good deal. They make really good products. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.